Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki. And today, I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable. And please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Nikki, bring you the latest and trending topics. And I vlog my life. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay, because these headphones I got on is crappy. Crappy. We in the car this morning. I didn't want to be late, but y'all know I had to go get my car washed, okay? Make sure y'all hitting that like button. We going to get into the sauce. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Please let me know if you can hear me okay. If not, I'll take out these headsets. But yes, y'all see the thumbnail. The criminal investigation is on its way. It's underway. Woo, yeah. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is only the beginning, Naughty Crew. And I'm still so excited. Yes, we got the TMZ article. Diddy is the subject of the criminal investigation in NYPD. Okay, get those likes up. Yes, Naughty Crew. We've been talking about this is the year of reveal and accountability, baby. Yes. Okay, Poppy, okay. I'm in a car wash. Please let me know if y'all can hear me, okay? I don't want to get started without. Because if my sound's crappy, I need to adjust it. The link is at the top. If anybody wants to come up, we're going to get into the TMZ article. Also, Azalea Banks is speaking out, okay? Thank you so much. Azalea Banks is speaking out in regards. Everybody's coming out in droves, okay? And if you look at my video on the Adult Survivor Act of New York, this is why Russell Simmons fled to another country, okay? Woo! We talked about L.A. Reid. The industry is sick and demonic, and we about to find out for real what it's really all about. The industry coddles creeps like Diddy. And I believe Cassie. I'm standing behind her. And put in the comments, hashtag justice for Kim Porter. And y'all know it. If you know, you know. But I was on these YouTube streets. There's a reason why Kimora Lee Simmons and them girls came out. There's a reason why. So, Russell, you can run, but you can't hide. This industry, I believe, in my opinion, is the head of a lot of the world's human trafficking issues. And that's just putting it lightly. And make sure y'all donate to the channel, okay? Because the stuff we talking about, the YouTube algorithm does not like it. But I want to bring awareness. I want to have the conversation. So please support the channel. Share this video. Hit that like button. Engage with the channel. Even if you're in the bushes, please hit the like or dislike, but support the channel. Seriously. Support the channel. All right. I'm going to give people a chance to load up in the room. I'm going to drop this intro and I'll be right back. We're going to get into it. Yes, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Taurus. Thank y'all for joining me. Yes, I saw Storm Monroe. It is going down. It's going down. And y'all been saying it in my comments about Tasha K before we get into the Diddy stuff. Y'all been saying it like, yo, she don't never learn. She do not never learn. But she part of the spreading of the lies and things like that. She's part of it. She's part of it. Hold on, I'm about to go through the blower. She's part of it. I saw Storm. Storm is doing a great job. And I say, keep your foot on her neck. Keep your foot, because she tried to play him. She tried to play him for sure. Conscious TV. Him and Conscious TV playing ping pong. They playing ping pong with Tasha K's ass. She done a lot of people dirty to get where she at. She done a lot of people dirty. And I see her new victims. Make sure y'all go to Conscious TV too. He got into the breakdown of Chelsea, Alana, her ex-assistant. But she got the bones. But see, Chelsea gonna make sure she get paid off of it. She gonna make sure she get paid off of it. This is just crazy. Like, if this the way 2023 going out, exploding like this, I can only imagine what 2024 got coming for us. Because I see a few people on the chopping block to come. I see they trying to line up Jay-Z. Okay? This is why you seeing all this good stuff about it's more family posts and things like that. And you know, Beyonce's ex-bodyguard said that Jay-Z controls Beyonce. And notice he disappeared. He disappeared. Nobody questions that. I don't know what Gene Dill doing to protect herself. But Storm said last night he had an interview with Gene Dill or whatever, and Gene Dill has specific instructions, and Gene Dill been on his channel too hard, telling Cassie to be careful. Don't drink water out of bottles. Hey, Juice. Good morning. Make sure you go over to my girl's channel, Juice Radio and Talk Show, and Kim Delivers. Make sure you go subscribe. Ladies, feel free to drop your links. I ain't want to be late for y'all this morning, so we at the car wash. We multitasking, okay? But we got an article And I'm prepared either way to get into it. But right now, also on the chopping block, people need to understand Tasha K is unraveling. And she's a major gaslighter. And that's what she tried to do to Cardi. When she's like, I love you. I love you. She don't love nobody but her goddamn self. I said it. Sorry, y'all, if my connection is off. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, Storm Monroe is blowing it out the water right now. And he did it right and professional. And he got out of there just in the nick of time as soon as he seen what it was. But where the people at? Oh, there you go. Can I get a coconut tree? Yeah. One. 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 Uno. Uh-huh. This is my car wash, y'all. What's the name of your car wash? I'm on live. I'm on live. I'm on YouTube. What's the name of your car wash?
It's Flash Car Wash.
Flash?
Yes.
Flash Car Wash on Thomas Boulevard. Okay, come check them out. Best hand wash. I only get hand washes, y'all. They always take care of me. Yeah, when the election come to, oh yeah, we still got the politicians. These are all the key players that run the human trafficking throughout the world. And that's why Jeffrey Epstein had to go, y'all. That's why Jeffrey Epstein had to go because he held. They all was at Epstein Island at one point in time. I believe that. Sorry, I'm too loud for the man. Sorry, y'all. 1 second.
No, no mistake. Sorry.
Yes, it is all coming out. It's all being revealed. Satan's system runs deep. Okay, it's deep rooted. The devil, when they say the devil is busy, yeah. The devil is busy on YouTube. The devil is busy in the world. The devil is busy in the industry. Okay? And it's all coming out. What they wasn't banking on was social media. Yes, Jews. Yes. Thank y'all for joining me. Seriously, like I've been talking about this on my channel. Any my day ones know or whatever. And it's all being revealed. It's all being revealed. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We good? Okay, thank you. This is just the tip of the, hey James. Good morning, King. This is just the tip of the freaking iceberg. You hear me? And I think they lining Diddy up for hashtag justice for Kim Porter. Make sure y'all put that in the comments. Hashtag justice for Cassie. Hashtag justice for Kim Porter. This man has been terrorizing women, men for years. For years. He's gotten away with cash murder. You see, J-Lo got out of there. Yes, James. Human trafficking, second to arms weapons in the world. Make sure y'all supporting the channel, okay? Because YouTube algorithm does not like topics as such. But we're going to get into it because the conversation needs to be had. I talk about the culture that is coddled in the industry on a regular basis. You see it over and over again with Blueface, okay? Also, what's his name? Sierra X, her first child's father. What's his name, y'all? Why can't I think of it? Why can't I think of his name? What's Sierra first child's name? Future. Future. All right. And you, it has to make you wonder, like, the men in the industry, they're all hypersexual. They don't believe in marriage. They treat women as objects and as commodities, and they don't mind sharing it around. And Cassie's lawsuit, and go over to Mem's channel, make it make sense. He broke down the lawsuit last night, and it was some details, hunty. It was some details. It was some details. It was some details. Like, pray for her safety because this is a very dangerous time for Cassie. And I think because the Fed's been trying to get Diddy forever. The Feds have been trying to get Diddy forever. And he's always slithered away by the hair of his chinny chin chin because he has money, power, and influence. And this is why they coddle the behavior. All right. And let me tell you something. He messed up when he blew the lid on his deal with the alcohol companies he was partnering with. They wasn't having it, and he been getting dragged ever since. As soon as they don't need you no more, as soon as you used up, okay? People like Choke No Joke talk about how you have to sacrifice. Storm has people on his show talking about, like, it's the you have to keep on sacrificing, hence the high number of deletions of babies. Winter from the Bad Girls Club used to date Diddy's son. She has a book where she talks about how he forced her to get rid of the baby. It's sick and demonic. And this behavior has been coddled for a long time. Not only in the music industry, in Hollywood, in sports, it's on all levels. Even in religion, i.e. Scientology, i.e. polygamy. Let me tell y'all something. Brainwashing in America is the number one drug. That's how they pull you in. Notice Bilal, like I said, I didn't believe everything he said, but allegedly, Will and Jada send people to rehab, even if you don't have a drug habit. That's to indoctrinate you. That's to have something on you. All the major cults follow the same formula. They need to be able to blackmail you. And guess who following that same formula? Guess who following that same formula? Tasha K on YouTube. And I'm gonna call it out, but I don't care. I don't want to see nobody in jail, but if you doing the most just so you can have what you want, so you can have it all to your want, all to yourself, and not care of the people's lives that you tear apart. I've been looking at her stories lately. A lot of them have been unfounded. Like, where's the proof? Show the receipt. Darnell Jones, alleged baby mama. This woman is on your couch admitting that she was a prostitute. Sorry, a woman of the night. Yes. Let me see what some of these comments are saying. Yes, Torres. Winter did talk about it. People have been speaking out on Diddy for years. Who's humble? Winter? Yes, cult religions are major businesses. They are. Scientology. Oh, I'm hearing talks that Tom Cruise is trying to get away from Scientology. The reason why Katie Holmes got out of Scientology is because they were about to take her kid, and she wasn't willing to sacrifice her kid. And when your kids turn a certain age, they separate you from your parents so they can use you and do what you want. Means do what they want with you. Meantime, the parents are caught up in this cult, getting brainwashed and not protecting their children. Leah Remini has spoken out about it. Another way to cover up human trafficking. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it all ties together. It all ties together. This is the devil's playground we're talking about. And Diddy been playing in our face, trying to create this good guy image, surround himself by his kids. I don't buy it for 1 minute. And I believe his kids are allegedly victims too. Them poor girls losing a mama at a young age because he's trying to cover up all his sadistic ways. Gene Dill has been speaking on this for years. The bodyguards know they got all the bones. And they were smart enough not to sign NDAs. You know, NDA signing just recently became a thing. They didn't do it back in the day. That's why you getting everybody coming out speaking. But NDAs are no good if a crime is committed. But Diddy just got too bold, and I'm gonna say it. And this is allegedly, and of my opinion, he got really bold with Kim Porter. They weren't popular back then, Jayla. They were not. That's why I really believe Diddy got something on Mary. I really believe, and Lil Kim too. They very guarded when it come to him. And when he got presented with that Lifetime Achievement Award, and she presented that award, it just looked, the whole thing looked staged and demonic. None of your artists are there to support you. A Lifetime Achievement. Same thing with Jay-Z, with the Book of Hov. Although it was a nice exhibit, but it didn't tell the full story for me. It was a lot missing. It was a lot missing. But the way he presented it, it was all him. Wonder why. I think Foxy Brown about to start speaking too. And that's why I believe Jay-Z is a target. He on a chopping block. Because Foxy was only, what, 15? Allegedly. And let's not forget the kid he not claiming. He claimed one and shut up with money in the house. That bodyguard spoke some facts. And I believe Beyonce is in a situation like Cassie was. Allegedly. That's of my opinion. And remember, Beyonce was young too. She was only 18. That's still young. Jay-Z was what, twice her age? Marcus Houston. Oh, we waited to 18. She turned, but you were dating her at 17. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And we supposed to act like that. We supposed to turn a blind eye to that creepy behavior. And he's a Jehovah's Witness. And let me tell you something. There's some issue with them too. And I grew up in it. I'll just say that. If you know, you know. The two witness rule, how they coddle the men, just like they do in the industry. They hold them on this certain pedestal, and the women are just supposed to bow down and be submissive. There's a lot of abuse there too. And I've been witness to it. Friends of mine, which turned me off from the religion right away. And I never ever got baptized in it. I couldn't wait to get out of it. And some of the reasons that led to me being a mother so young too, because I just wanted to be grown, if that makes any sense. So I ain't have to do whatever. Spiritual warfare too, cause they doing rituals, weird stuff, brainwashing. It's all connected. Yep. Remember, Ron was about to speak about the next day he changed his whole tone. Yeah, and he got beat up. And he got beat up. And then he disappeared. You don't hear nothing else from him. It like when there's so many coincidences surrounding so many people, and you look at the level they at, you gotta wonder what they sacrificed to get there, and still sacrificing. How do we know Jay-Z first sacrifices to the industry to get where he was wasn't those two kids that he wasn't claiming? It's been speculation for years about Jay-Z creating kids. But he was so hell bent on protecting the image so he can get to a certain level. Look how he did his friend Dame Dash. I mean, Dame Dash started it because, like, you knew Jay-Z was dating Aaliyah or whatever, and then you want to come behind and snatch her for herself. Of course, he gonna be in his feelings, but look at what he did, how he did him as a result of that. I remember when Dipset was beefing with Jay-Z, and he bought the whole Hot 97 for some hours to drag them. Part of the reason why Dipset is not like a Wu-Tang Clan 30 years later, because they crossed the wrong one. And Diddy don't like no, they don't like nobody calling them out. Same thing with the Locks and Diddy. He made them like, damn, like release our shit, man. They all on it. They had to take it to a public forum. That situation could have got ugly, but Diddy didn't want it to go there because of the whole Biggie and Tupac situation. Because I believe he had his hands in that. I'll just say it like that. Well, she's sparkling. Not yet. Can y'all hear me? I think y'all can hear me now. I had to do some finagling. I got a phone call. Let me see. We back. Thank y'all. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate you holding it down while I was getting things together. Yes, I was on the road though. Okay. I have a lot of knowledge and I pay attention, believe it or not. And I always thought things were weird. I always thought things were weird. I'll throw that in the garbage. Woo, we smelling good. Puffy. You got some splaining to do, brother. Brother love. Brother love. Brother love. Brother love. What's up? Show me the love. Show me where's the love, brother love? Where's the love? Swing that ass back. Let that pussy breathe. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Good morning, sis. Good morning. We getting into it. I had to get the car washed though, so we multitasking. We multitasking. Throw that ass back. Let that pussy breathe. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. That's what Puppy about to be saying. He gonna be singing that. He gonna be singing that. And I don't even like Sexy Red, okay? I don't even like her, but this song is suitable. I'm gonna make an exception. This song is suitable. I hope Cassie be safe. I want y'all to put hashtag justice for Cassie, hashtag justice for Kim Porter, hashtag justice for all those he terrorized. Men, women, children, allegedly. I'm sorry. Hold on, we about to park up and we gonna get to it. Cause I've been on this shit. Okay. I knew when that adult survivor act dropped, I said, here it come. Here it come. And guess where a lot of the industries, everybody gotta go through New York. Whether you Hollywood, whether you music, everybody gotta go through New York. So I know with New York extending that statute of limitation, they probably thought they got away. They probably thought they got away. And Russell Simmons, they coming for you too. You can run, but you can't hide, brother. I.e. Kimora Lee Simmons and her girls speaking out, exposing that narc. Thought you had so much money and power that you could treat people however you want at your disposal. Oh, no, sir. No. That's what I'm saying. Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, that was just a little portion. Even this with Diddy right now, it's just a little. It's just the tip right now. Okay, more's to come. And if we end in 2023 like this, yeah. And it's election season. It's coming up next year. Hmm. Tip of the iceberg, honey. And I think Tasha K just wanted a piece. Greedy behind. These freaking narcs are driving me freaking nuts. But you know I got an article, Naughty Crew. Okay, TMZ. I'm using TMZ as my source. And TMZ don't like us. playing their footage. So we got to read the article. Diddy, subject of NYPD criminal investigation, apparently involves SA. We keeping it cute for YouTube. We keeping it cute for YouTube. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Yes. Okay. We got POVs over here. We got opinions. We got opinions. And this is all allegedly. Mm-hmm. Allegedly. Mm-hmm. We gonna keep it cute for you too. Hey, do-rag. Yes, Latoya. Russell Simmons made sure he went, I don't care. They gonna have to go get him like they did Prince Andrew. They gotta go upon the river and go extradite that ass back. Throw that ass back. Let that pussy breathe. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Let's get into it, Nighty Crew, okay? So Diddy is the subject of a secret NYPD investigation. It ain't so secret if it's on TMZ. Make it make sense, okay? And although it's unclear if his ex, Cassie Ventura, made the criminal complaint, there is strong evidence it involves SA, okay? One of the things that Storm pointed out on his channel last night, one of these celebrities' biggest problems, they're voyeurs. Hey, Essence, they're voyeurs. They love recording the sick shit they do. Okay, the video already demonetized because of what we talking about. Okay, child, they like recording the stuff. That's how R. Kelly got caught up. Okay, so Epstein had so much footage. I believe, and remember he was in New York locked up. I believe they sent him that order like, yo, it's your time. Shut up, do-rag. Yeah, so we read in a TMZ article, Diddy is the subject of an NYPD criminal investigation. This is coming on the tail end of the $30 million lawsuit that Cassie has brought against Diddy, with allegations of him ex trafficking her, sharing her, physically abusing her, all alleged, controlling her, robbing her of her youth, i.e., why he was on the award show saying he loved Cassie. This man is diabolical. The celebrities are coming out in droves against him. Who you talking about left the country? Russell left the country. Yeah, to avoid prosecution. Because Cassie and the LA Reid lawsuit is all falling under the Adult Survivor Act. As you all know, they extended the statute of limitation for 1 year. And it expires November 24th. It expires November 24th. This is why they're able to bring these lawsuits. But I think they going civilly first, and then they taking them to the criminal level, just like they did Bill Cosby. Just like they did Bill Cosby. Let's get into the article. So law enforcement sources tell TMZ there's an open case at NYPD with the name Sean Combs. Okay? We're told it is an active case, but the case file has been locked. This man is dangerous. Essentially meaning it's a sensitive case where access is restricted. Now, let me let y'all know, Naughty Crew, the reason why I believe like this is the tip of the iceberg, I believe this is the segue in charges to come. allegedly for his role in Kim Porter's untimely demise. All right. So as we reported, Cassie has filed an explosive federal lawsuit, which alleges R-word graping, okay, and human trafficking, among other accusations. So we inquired about the case to NYPD, and they responded with the statement: the NYPD takes SA and R cases extremely seriously. It urges anyone who has been a victim to file a police report so we can perform a comprehensive investigation, offer support and services to survivors. So they're encouraging, like, if there's other victims, they're encouraging them to come forward. It was seen based on the statement, not only is the SA case, but the NYPD is actively looking for other alleged victims. And that's what that statement gives. Like, if you've been a victim, come forward. This is why he wanted to give the publishing back, because he was trying to get people to sign NDAs. But Diddy tricks are for kids. People are older and wiser now. And your game plan has been out there forever. Okay? He got so bold, he was playing in our face on MTV with those shows. And he did his classic Diddy move. Make one hit wonders and then destroy the artist after he owns everything. Most likely, Aleppa never changes his spots. But Miami better run and run fast. I hope she got all the money she could get out of him, because he going down. Hashtag justice for Cassie. Hashtag justice for Kim Porter. Playing in our face. Talking about he making a Kim Porter documentary. Go sit down somewhere. He did the same thing for Diddy. Go to Choke No Joke channel. He talked about it when he premiered Notorious. And that's why Lil' Kim was mad, because she was like, how y'all going to create a character and not based off me and not consult me or anything and let me. Diddy do people dirty. Diddy do people dirty. And he do things to try to glorify himself, to make himself seem like a good guy, trying to convince the world he's just this good guy. He's a narc and he's a gaslighter. He's abusive and he's dangerous. I think his daughter already got an inkling. That's why he got rid of the babysitter, because they started asking questions and he fired her with no cause. He did that to another Caucasian lady. I forget her name back in the day. And she tried to sue him. She all of a sudden disappeared. All these coincidences. Anybody that hold and it said in Cassie's lawsuit, that's why she's suing not only him but Bad Boy Entertainment, i.e. Jessica, that's suing Charlemagne the God. She's not only suing Charlemagne, she's suing iHeartRadio. This stuff gets deep, girl. But notice the patterns. Okay, so we contacted other law enforcement in numerous jurisdictions. Cassie mentions in her complaint, including Miami, Beverly Hills, Los Angeles. See, remember Harvey Weinstein? They got him on both coasts, New York and LA. Everybody got to come through New York. They said they got the same replay. No police report has been filed as it pertains to Cassie or Diddy, and no investigation has been launched. We did find 2016 case where TMZ broke the story that Beverly Hills cops were called after a breakup argument of some sort between Diddy and Cassie. Now, Cassie kind of mentioned that in the lawsuit. A domestic incident report was taken, but no legal action followed. So she do got some records. As we reported, Cassie has claimed everything from R word, assault, battery, and even human trafficking. Okay. This after alleging Diddy forced her to have sex with male prostitutes across state lines. They trying to Rico that nigga. Sorry, guys. They trying to Rico him. They trying to Rico him. Yes, James. Tupac always had to say, promise to pay back in due time. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Because that could rise in a federal crime. We also checked with federal law enforcement sources, including the U.S. Attorney Office in the Southern District of New York, as well as the FBI. And on both fronts, zip. They keeping that case lock and key because when they get them, they gonna make sure they get them. Diddy's lawyer has come out strong, calling BS on Cassie's lawsuit. He told us most of her claims would be barred from criminal prosecution based on the statute of limitation. How convenient. How convenient you bring up the statute of limitation. Her art claim, however, could still be pursued here in Cali. So time will tell if she files a criminal complaint there. Diddy has vehemently denied all of Cassie allegations. That's what they going to do. That's what Russell Simmons did. Same words, okay? And accused her of seeking to shake him down for big time cash to the tune of $30 million. No, sir. You tried to offer her money to shut her up and she refused. And that's when you knew your house of cards was falling down. So they keeping everything hush because they going to make sure they get him. They going to make sure they get that ass. They gonna make sure they get your ass, honeycomb. And that's a Jag. She wasn't lying about that. We knew about it. But again, she was just talking. And she doesn't have the best reputation. And yeah. Jag wasn't lying about that. She lied about other things, but she wasn't lying about that. She wasn't lying. I give credit where credit is due. Still don't like her lying ass. You know what I mean? I still don't like her lying ass. So there you have it, okay? The chickens are coming home to roost. To roost, naughty crew. And it's a lie. It's a lie. But I'm glad this day has come. I'm serious, like, because I just, where there's smoke, there's fire, naughty crew. And with all these security coming out talking, I can't help but to think that Beyonce is under the same control like Cassie. And I said, if you look back at my previous videos, I said she must have a really, really lonely existence. And the only thing that keep her afloat is her kids. Because her husband ain't shit. Sorry. Oops, I said it. I said it. So Azalea Banks rushes to Cassie's defense after Kid Cudi, Dawn Richards, Aubrey O'Day alleges Diddy beat Cassie up, then sent her on a 3-week vacation for her face to heal. So Azalea, she posts, this is true. One time hold on, Diddy beat her up so bad, he sent her on a 3-week vacation to Hawaii just so no one would see or question her face got why her face got like that. And she posed, she said, another violent hip hop homosexual. This is what mental illness looks like for all of you armchair psychologists, excuse me, Azalea. You know how these young folks do. And she says, but when I am screaming and shouting to you about how effed up these men in this industry are effing listening to me. And I agree with her. I agree with her. And I like Dawn on Danity Kane, she always gave me like she was scared of Diddy. But she was his favorite. I wonder why. Oreo, they've been trying to tell y'all for years. She spoke out loud on it on the radio when it was on the radio. And like after that, that's when he started dismantling the group. That's when he really started targeting her. It's crazy. The link is pinned to the top if y'all want to come up and talk about this mess. We also talked about Tasha K, how she getting her ass ate up all over these YouTube streets, okay? For all her dirty deeds. But her ex-assistant, Chelsea, is speaking out and she's being very strategic. And I want people to know, her and Tasha K are the same being. Believe that. They are the same. And the reason why she lasted as long as she did, because she is able to mirror Tasha's behavior. That's a tactic people use with narcissists to get inside their head, to get them to spill the beans. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. All right. So we got into the criminal investigation that Diddy is facing. And they got it on lock down. But Naughty Crew, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And some of the people that I think they lining up next, right? Because they tried Kanye, and Kanye said, fuck that. He just gave the shit back. I'll just be crazy. Okay? And although I feel bad for the Will Smith situation, I think they using him as a catalyst to expose Jada demonic ass. That's why she was pissed off coming out of what was it? Power 105. Expose. Yo, 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 yo. Exposed. Hollywood's getting exposed, honey. This is just the tip of the iceberg. But they dragging Tasha K ass. Conscious TV and Storm Road is playing ping pong with that ass. Storm is over there on his channel tearing it up. Make sure. Woo! It's time to pay the piper. And you claimed it was the well-oiled machine. When you were part of it. When you were part of it. Guys, this is a lot to digest. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when. But I knew when that Adult Survivor Act dropped. And please check out my previous video on it. I got into the details of what that act was all about. But I knew it was gonna open the floodgates because let me tell you something. Every big wig, I don't care who you are, got to go through New York. That's how Jessica was able to get Charlemagne up on charges because he was traveling back and forth between New York and North Carolina. Mm-hmm. But this goes to show how big the egos of the men in the industry are. They think they untouchable when they get to a certain level. But you sell your soul to a well-oiled machine that requires you to keep on giving. And if you don't give, you end up going crazy. You end up losing your career. But the younger generation, that's what they wasn't banking on. They've been exposing it with social media. That's what they wasn't banking on. Blueface and Krishan, I believe those 4 deletions that she had before Junior was sacrifices. And if you don't sacrifice humans, and Shaka Khan has even spoken openly that the industry, and I'm talking about the whole thing, requires blood sacrifice. She has said this out her mouth. This woman has been in the game forever. Forever. But when they don't do blood sacrifice, they have humiliation rituals, i.e., Sukiana walking around eating people's groceries, i.e., Sexy Red making the i.e. the HOE culture that is elevated and promoted. Kiki Palmer. I believe Steve Harvey was trying to drop some jewels, and Ice Cube was trying to drop some jewels. But Steve Harvey, he on the chopping block too. He got some skeletons in his closet. Yeah, she's hosting the Soul Train Awards. Yeah. I'll throw it out there. Do you think she had to sacrifice Darius and Steve Harvey was giving her a warning, like, get rid of that nigga? Get rid of that nigga now? Or we gonna stunt your growth? We gonna start your growth. We have like maybe 15 minutes left. If anybody wants to come up and sound off about what we're talking about, I want to hear your point of views. But if you don't do anything else, hashtag justice for Kim Porter, hashtag justice for Kiki Palmer. Good morning, Essence.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I love this discussion. I'm
Thank you.
definitely thinking about doing a video about like the dark side of like rich baby daddy culture
Mm-hmm.
because
I
with
like it.
with Royce and Cassie, I just feel like these are two stories that can definitely be highlighted about the dark side of like what you get when I don't know that what you get when you fall in love for money or whatever. Cassie's
Mm-hmm.
case, a career. You know what I mean? And I feel like
I
these
think
are
Cassie was really, to be quite honest, I think Cassie was really groomed because Cassie was in a
yeah,
relationship, but
absolutely.
Puffy is of the mindset of if he see it and he want it, he gonna take it by all costs. I.e., I'll be sure and Kim Porter, they were married,
Mm-hmm.
and he took Kim Porter away from I'll Be Sure. Okay. Humiliated I'll Be Sure, then turned around and adopted his son. Didn't nobody ever find that suspicious?
Yes, a lot of people did. A lot of people,
The way Steve Harvey adopted Lori Harvey kids?
and look what allegedly Lori Harvey is into some things as far as like renovate. So yeah, everybody can't be lying. Everybody can't be lying. That's one thing I
No,
always say.
where there's smoke, there's fire.
Hmm.
And I just think it really started to fall down with the Hollywood stuff with Harvey Weinstein, and you got Jeffrey Epstein right behind that. All right. Then you have Bill Cosby in the mix of that. All right.
Yep.
Then they try to come for Kanye
R. Kelly.
and stuff like that. Then they got R. Kelly. Okay. All right. Now you got Diddy on the chopping block. And I believe Jay-Z and Steve Harvey. Their day is coming.
Yeah, I
Their
agree.
day is coming.
They collect. Look, even some people even say like now I keep my ears to all sides of the YouTube streets. I keep my ear everywhere. I ingest stuff, and I make my own decisions or whatever and thoughts. So some people feel like heterosexual relationships are definitely under attack in Hollywood because we had Jeezy and Jenny Ma, and then we had Kiki Palmer and her baby daddy, and it's just like the only couple left really. Oh, we had Tiana Taylor and her husband. It's like
Yes, that was very
all
hush.
right. You know what I'm saying? It's like simultaneously, all of these forefront heterosexual relationships are just coming to an end, and some people think that it's not by coincidence because you gotta be a booty bandit sometimes to be in Hollywood, allegedly. And I just think that is plausible. And I think when it comes to Kiki Palmer, I just always side eye a person who's always in the press and then all of a sudden has like a gig, you know?
Yeah, I do. I get it. I get
So
it.
they didn't even give it time to marinate. I'm like, you interviewed the vice president, Kamala. Okay, your whole Trey Songz thing, which I don't doubt did not happen. I definitely feel like that it probably did happen exactly the way she said it did. That really didn't get much attention, but your disputes with your baby daddy about Usher did. Like, it's just all very, very strange. And we have to give Kiki Palmer her flowers because she is the longest running child actress, I believe so. Raven Simone, well, I think Raven Simone got her beat, but she's one of the longest running child actresses, and for the most part she has been like out of controversy, you know what I mean? So I just think that Hollywood is really firing up like what you got to do to be in the spotlight, in my opinion. Like I really 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 think so, because if Diddy was allegedly doing all that stuff to Cassie, I wouldn't be surprised if Miami came through and was doing that and more and wasn't even complaining about it because she got a talk show. You know what I'm saying? So
Miami
it,
is a publicity stunt. She is his beard. Welcome to the panel, Corey.
she
I
is
Hey,
miss you,
here.
sis.
Mm,
hey,
good
I'm
morning.
off today.
Oh, okay. Okay. But Brendan came in, graced the stage in your place.
Thank you.
Women
Mm.
oh,
got opinions.
yes. What is your opinion, Queen? I'm interested
Oh,
of yours.
I knew Diddy's crap would come out. Um, where I disagree with you, Nadi, is that I cannot look into Beyonce's life and say this is her life. I cannot, because she don't need Jay to be a superstar. She was a superstar when they got married. He needed her so he can move up in the ranks and be able to talk to financial people like shit. I can't even think of it right now. To
I
move in the
just think
circles
she's
that
a
he's
chess
moving
piece.
now. It was Beyonce's cachet that in class that got him in those doors. Okay,
Yeah.
so I
I
can't
know.
say
I
that
agree
she's a
with you
chess
there.
piece because she doesn't need him. She don't need him. You
But
know,
she's a woman in the
she
industry,
really
and
don't.
Yeah. I hear your point, and point taken
You
for
know,
real. And I could see both ways. I really could. I really could. But it just the sacrifices that have
mm-hmm.
taken place surrounding her also propelling to the level that she is, i.e. Aaliyah, you know. So I mean, I just we have to
Well, yeah,
respectfully disagree.
and look who Aaliyah was dating, Dame Dash, and Dame
yeah,
Dash was in
Yep.
association with Jay-Z.
But Dame Dash was down with that culture at one point in time. He tried to present himself a certain way.
yeah,
But I'm
He
saying
present
yeah.
it's like an arranged marriage almost, because if Dame Dash was dating Aaliyah and he was like business partners with Jay-Z, and Aaliyah got taken out allegedly for Beyonce to rise, and she ended up with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z cut
Ah,
Dame Dash out of everything. You know what I mean?
I don't. I don't think she was taken out
Some people think
to
that.
allow Beyonce to rise. Beyonce was gonna rise no matter what. Beyonce is a person like Diana Ross and Michael Jackson combined. She's gonna rise no
Mhm.
matter what. She was gonna rise no matter what. she was destined
Because
to
of her
rise no
father.
matter what.
Beyonce is
Because she
allegedly.
had, yeah, she had a father like Joe Jackson minus the abuse. You see what I'm
Mhm.
Yeah.
saying? She was
Yeah.
destined to do so anyway. And where I think Kelly had something to do with Aaliyah being, you know,
Mm-hmm.
born,
Mm-hmm.
because she knew everything. She was gonna tell it.
Yeah, I think she was going to tell it eventually
And
too.
you hear Dame say she didn't want to talk about it. It was too much. It was too much. Don't make me talk about it. When she got ready, she was going to. And I think that's why Gladys Knight got out of the marriage with her uncle, because she saw
Yeah.
things happening. And Gladys, she came through that Barry Gordy, factory. And Diddy ain't nothing but a superimposed on steroids version of Barry Gordy. His contracts was
Mm-hmm.
just like Gordy's contracts. That's why Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and Marvin Gaye left Motown,
Mm-hmm.
because of Barry Gordy and and his Machiavellian ways.
Mm.
So
Mm.
and now you got other people who trying to recreate what Diddy did in the 90s, and that can't happen. Why? Because we're too smart now.
Well,
We're
Mm-hmm.
they
too
are not.
smart.
They. Mm-mm.
And social media too,
Yes.
exposing so much.
They still signing these contracts, y'all. They
That's
still
because they're
signing these
dumb
contracts.
and they're not listen. They're not go. See, the problem with young kids today is they don't go back and look at old documentaries. They don't go back and look at old stars and hear what they're
Yep.
saying.
Yep.
Well,
They don't listen
that's what's
to
wrong
their
with society.
elders. And I just had an argument with Curves last night. She talking about the young the young political people and getting rid of all of the old people like Maxine Waters and stuff like that. Young ain't always better. You got to
Mm-hmm.
listen to these people whose shoulders you stand upon. You
Exactly. And let me tell you, you see this formula on all levels, people, with
Yes.
religion, with corporate America, with Hollywood, with the music industry. Okay?
Mhm. You
And what's the
can't
root
tell
of
me
it all?
Marilyn
This
Monroe wasn't is not a red flag.
politics. Yeah,
She was
politics. It's
she
on
was in
all levels.
politics. She was in politics. She was a pass around girl.
Yep.
It started in her foster home. She was a pass around in her foster home. Her mom was
Mm-hmm.
a schizophrenic, right?
Mm-hmm.
It comes down
And
from Hollywood from the inception. From
Yes,
mm-hmm.
it
Hollywood
does.
inception.
Hmm.
And what these
Yes.
young folks fail to do is you got to check the receipts of the old people.
You know what? I
Mm-hmm.
want to challenge that just a little bit because
Uh-huh.
I feel like the generation that is emerging now, particularly in hip hop, I can't really speak to Hollywood too much, but in hip hop, I feel like this generation is actually more willing to do the dirty deeds, to be in it. And that goes back to the
Mm-hmm.
fact that society as a whole is being demoralized, meaning like everything, we're going back to Sodom and Gomorrah basically. So
Mm-hmm.
the younger
Yes.
generation are more open and willing to do the dirty deeds to get on basically, versus caring about anything that has to do with warning signs. You got to understand, this is a whole new generation of the crack era, in my opinion, but just with drugs, and I mean just with pills and
Mm.
whatever else the heck they got these kids doing today. They
And
on
can I also
pills.
make the point
Hmm.
of at the root of all of this is human trafficking. Let's just call it. And
Yes.
now they're glorifying it with shows like Jocelyn's Cabaret. That's all women
Yes.
coming out of the strip club, prostituting, pimps. everything.
Yeah,
Okay, you seen it on Love and Hip
BMF.
Hop with yes, BMF.
it's everywhere.
It's
Power,
everywhere.
all of
At the
that.
root of it is human trafficking, and that's putting it lightly.
Lightly.
Yeah, so I really
Yeah.
don't think that it's a matter of like, oh, what it is that it ain't no secret now. It ain't no secret. If you want to be down, you want a career, you want to sing, you want to act, you want to this, you want to that, you will have to do what you got to do it. Are you willing to do it? It's not a secret. If anything, I'll give it open secret. If that, everybody knows
I
what you got
believe
to
they
do.
exposed Tiffany Haddish because she wasn't willing to sacrifice anyone or anything.
But she back on though.
Mm-hmm.
She back. Tiffany Haddish is right on back. She did her
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
what's she doing? What's she
She
willing to do for it?
she got to present at the VMAs, which
Hmm.
I thought was very strange. I said, "Who the heck uncanceled
But
Tiffany
guess what
Haddish?"
she did behind the scenes? Acted a whole fool,
Oh yeah, with
humiliation
Shakira.
rituals.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what I'm saying. She did what she had to do. She got canceled for 3 months, just like the baby, you know, and sat down for a little while, and now she back in the industry. And you know what's so funny? She got canceled for humiliating children. Isn't that
Hmm.
suspicious? Just like, in my
Hmm.
opinion, what's going on with Kiki Palmer, I feel like the heterosexual male is kind of like a little bit of a target right now. And that's a
Mm.
reach.
Hmm.
It's a reach. And some people feel that way. And
I
what
believe you're
time will
right
tell.
because
Time will
people
tell.
started to just conform, i.e., Candy in the sex dungeon, i.e., Ti and Tiny in
Hmm.
their sex parties, bringing in Black China into their bedroom. They have made bisexuality a common thing. Okay, you see it with Will and Jada. Both their kids are
See what I'm saying?
bisexual.
It's not a coincidence. You got Will and Jada with the August Alsina thing, and then even after the August Alsina thing, you got this whatever that guy was from the other day. Then you got Dwight Howard, and then you got like all these
What
two.
about Mariah Carey and Tommy Mottola?
This that you see, like it's just like I'm just saying, like, and literally this month we got Usher was allegedly outed in a passionate moment between a mother and her abused child, and then you got Dwight Howard was out. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence that, and then Will Smith. I don't think it's a coincidence that all of these booty bandit stories are trending at the same time. I just really don't.
R. Kelly, bisexual.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Bill
he
Well,
Cosby was
let me
with
tell
men too.
let me tell you this about R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a survivor of SA, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And child SA has nothing to do with sexuality. It has everything to do with power, just like regular grape is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So R. Kelly is not technically bisexual. He doesn't care as long as it's young.
He allegedly,
Mm-hmm.
um, he allegedly,
Absolutely.
he allegedly used to have his girlfriends watch him make love with his bodyguard as a grown man, and he also made them put things in his behind. So,
Again, he was also an SA victim who
Mm-hmm.
probably had that done on him. And that's the only. Okay, let me put it
so
this way.
you,
He is so messed up
okay.
as far as intimacy is concerned and what is
Mm-hmm.
and what is actual proper as conduct. These things was probably done to him so that he thinks
Mm-hmm.
it's a part of normal life. Tyler
Mm-hmm.
Perry
It
was
distorted
also
his view.
SA exactly. Tyler Perry was also SA by a man and a woman as a
Mm-hmm.
child. He has said he
Mm-hmm.
has intimacy issues. He makes his baby mama sleep in a bedroom down the street, down the hall because he can't intimate. He doesn't know how to be intimate. He can't stand
Mm-hmm.
touch after he's done what he's done had and he doesn't know how to cuddle afterwards. He doesn't because
Mm-hmm.
he distorts that because that's what happened to him after he was abused. You see what I'm saying?
Because the shame
So
sets in after you're done.
exactly, because not only does he have that SA background, he also has the black church background saying that premarital S is wrong.
hmm So he's conflicted
He's
morally.
exactly. Michael Jackson was conflicted as well because
Yes.
he watched his brothers and his father take advantage of these groupies.
hmm
Him and
Exactly.
Marlon would hide under the bed and play practical jokes on these girls, right?
hmm
He doesn't like, Michael just couldn't stand certain kinds of women. And when
hmm
his brothers would marry them or bring them home, he got a warped idea of what S is, and how
hmm
his biographer Randy Tamborelli put it plainly, and he concised it all on TMZ, on Inside Edition
I
once.
think Michael Jackson
He
was an incel. That's what I think.
No,
And there's
he
Wait,
was a
nothing wrong with
what
that.
about
juvenile.
Prince?
I
What
don't think
about
there's
Prince?
anything wrong
His
with being an
sexual
incel.
his sexual how do you say ambiguity?
Ambiguity.
Yeah, ambiguity.
Prince is
What
just a
about Prince?
freak. He's just a
He's
freak.
definitely a freak.
He's
But
just a freak.
notice how they flock to these big religious organizations. Michael Jackson, they were Jehovah Witnesses. Prince
From
was a
birth,
Jehovah
though.
Witness.
Prince was a Jehovah's Witness from birth, also. I just
Yeah,
found that out.
But
exactly.
Prince ain't have no
And Sherry Shepherd.
Prince didn't have
Yes,
no
Sherry
problems
Shepherd.
making love. First of all, Prince had a whole child bride. Are we gonna just ignore that?
Well,
Because
that's what
No, we're
happens in the
not.
that happens in the whole Jehovah's Witness
no, it
church.
does not.
Yes, it
No, it
It
does
does.
not.
does. It
It,
does.
No,
it
it does
does.
not. It does not.
It
Essence, I
does.
grew up in the
My
You
religion.
parents
cannot
were
say that a
Jehovah's
whole
Witnesses.
religion practices
I'm
child
telling you,
marriage.
they
They
do.
they
I
do.
They
sit
do.
here
I've
Essence.
before
seen it
you.
with my
I
own
sit here
eyes.
before you as someone who can
Allegedly,
attest that that's not true.
Essence.
I'm
I was
telling
forced to
you.
get, excuse me, Essence. I was forced to get married at 18 because I got pregnant outside of wedlock, and the elders came to my mom and basically like, you better make this right, or you're going to be on a chopping block. They were going to excommunicate her. And so I had to get married to my daughter's father, even though I was not ready and I was only 18.
Okay,
I
but
had
your
just became a
mom chose to
mother.
do that. Your mom chose to
No,
do
you're
that.
not listening. But you're not listening to
I
us.
listen.
There is a case.
I'm gonna
They
just
have.
disagree. Let's agree to
They
disagree,
listen.
please.
They
Let's agree
have.
to disagree, please. Can we
Can I
do
make my
that?
Yes.
point?
I'm
I
just
can
no, but
disagree with you and
I'm
make my point.
respectfully
I'm gonna
Hold
make
on,
my
asking.
Essence,
point. I
Essence, hold on.
respect you, but I'm gonna make
Hold
my
on.
point. Okay. There, if you go to Leah Remini's docu series on AMC, I think it is, about
VH1,
Scientology, there is
A&E.
a whole episode on Jehovah's Witnesses. There
Hmm.
is also a documentary about Jehovah's Witnesses slash Seven Day Adventists, because it's the same thing. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they have file cabinets of
Yes.
child essay cases, and they just not to in I think in 2018 allowed the
Mm-hmm.
statutes of limitations to be up on these things. It
Exactly.
happens. It is a full-blown cult, and it
I disagree.
happens.
I disagree, and I'm
You
gonna.
Hence the
can't. You
reason
can.
why they moved the
There is
headquarters out of
evidence.
Brooklyn.
There is
I
evidence.
listen. I am going to agree to disagree. I do not.
I hear
I
you.
personally.
There's
I'm not here
legal
to convince
evidence.
you.
No, no, no. And I don't want you to convince me. I just want this to be a space where two opposing opinions can agree to
Yeah.
disagree, especially if
We
it's
absolutely.
especially if it's a topic to where both of us highly disagree. And I'm not, first of all, Nadi, I'm not at all taking away from your story. But what I strongly feel is that a lot of the times parents, they internalize things and then they put it on their children. And I don't think that it is the whole entire religion's fault at times when that happens. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have a relationship with God, that's the point of it. It's not about what people do and how people interpret. It's about you and God, the person who blesses you and who answers your prayers, the person who created everything. That's the relationship I have with God, right? But I think sometimes when parents internalize or think they have to do something to be a certain way, it harms the children. And I'm not going to blame that on the religion. I'm not going to do that. So that's where I stand, and that's where I would like to stay. And I full-heartedly feel like, parents go too far. I think they do. I think they do. And they do what they think they have to do, like you said, because they don't want to be judged or whatever, but that's not the point. And nobody's perfect. That's not the point. And you know what? She didn't have to do that to you. She really didn't. She didn't have to do that to you, you know? And I just don't think that it's the whole fault of the religion. That's all I want to say.
I just with essence, to be fair, like let's just say I have friends, I have witnessed things
Mhm.
within this organization firsthand,
Mhm.
and I see how they operate and how they do behind the scenes, and it made me look at all religion
Mhm.
side eye. It's a power force, and money is behind it, and these big organizations are getting rich and
Mm-hmm.
sweeping their dirty skeletons under the rug and covering it up, and they have been protected for years, but because the laws are evolving and changing, these organizations are getting exposed. And
L-
I respect your opinion.
mhm.
You already know how I am. I just encourage anyone to
To
just
look it
do
up.
their research.
I
Mm-hmm.
To
have.
do their research.
I always do my own research and everything. And I know the relationship. I know today, and I know today very well, that if all organized religion was to deconstruct itself, I would still have my relationship with God. And that's what it's all about to me.
Yeah,
I
we're not saying don't have a
No,
relationship
I'm
with the
I'm
Most
just saying
High.
in
What we're
general,
what we're
that's what's
saying
important.
is these are predatory organizations.
I just feel like I just think that I I said what I said. I just think that sometimes parents do what they think they're supposed to do, and sometimes it's not always right. I have a
I just
different experience, and like you said,
Mhm.
you have a different experience, and there's a lot of people in between. I'm not discrediting your story. Who am I to do that? But I know people who have gotten pregnant that didn't happen to. That didn't happen to. You know what I'm saying? And again,
I know people like that too.
and I just feel like your mom and I don't, we don't know what conversations happen because it's private. But I know obviously when somebody's daughter is pregnant, they're pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And there's different things that could happen. And in this case, that's what your mom chose to have you do as a parent. And she didn't have to do that. That's all I'm trying to say. And I just
I understand. And you gotta understand, like I had to go back and
Mhm.
recognize what my mom had to go through and how she ended up in that organization
Mhm.
ultimately
Mhm.
under the guise of her mother.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yes,
Who
ma'am.
went through some trauma and things like that. And I feel like a lot of these religions, they leverage their
Mm-hmm.
belief system and force people to choose the belief system over protecting their family.
Mm-hmm.
And I always find it very suspect when an organization, if you don't follow their exact rules to a T, you're excommunicated. You're not
Mm-hmm.
allowed to speak to your family and
That's
things like that. That's just very suspect to me because why can't I have my belief and
mhm.
serve God and still associate with who I want? That's my
Mm-hmm.
personal belief system.
And that's
You know what I
why.
mean? Who am I to judge
Oh, my
anyone
phone is dying. Let
if
me
they
let me
don't
log back
follow
on.
in that
Hold on.
same belief system? But it's a good conversation, you
Mm-hmm.
guys.
It
What
Can
are
I
your
is.
closing
can
thoughts?
I bring this back to the music industry? Let me
Ooh,
circle back because I never
ooh,
finished
ooh.
my Michael Jackson point.
Uh-huh.
Randy Tabarelli was saying that what he witnessed with his parents and his brothers, and the damnation about us in the Jehovah's Witness church
Mhm.
warped his way of looking at relationships and women.
Mhm.
And I tell you this, I realize I don't have any fantasy that he and Lisa Marie had S, or the mother of Prince the First and Paris had S, because he felt like that having S with S period was sinful. So he married these
Mhm.
women and planted them, and then had had children. Debbie was just too clingy and crazy. He got rid of her, right?
Mhm.
He really loved Lisa Marie Presley like he loved Tatum O'Neal, right?
Mhm.
Lisa Marie cheated on him with her ex, caught on camera in his house, which reinforced the fact that his brother's wives, which cheated with each other's brother, because you got Jermaine and Randy share a woman, right? They got children with the same woman. Randy would she was Randy's girlfriend, but married Jermaine and had children with both, right? And they fist fought over her on the front lawn. So that warped his way of thinking about women, right? So these children run around here, and once he found out that his connection with the church really warped his mind, then he just picked one of his best friends and asked, could she carry blanket, right? So all of this, what I'm saying, all of this informs all of our ways of how we deal with the world. And if these young people are so willing to sell themselves for like 5 hot minutes of fame, because they're all not going to be around for a long time, right? None of these young people out here, but except for a handful, are going to be legendary like Beyonce, like Michael, like Prince, like Stevie, and all of them, right? So why sell your soul for just a little modicum of success when you
Because
want to be legendary? You want a legacy, and they're not going to have legacies.
there's no moral structure today. There's nothing teaching people to be to
Right.
value life and not to really be greedy. Like everything written in the Bible in general, like there's nothing teaching a majority of these people about the harms that comes with greed and like being promiscuous. They, you know what I'm saying? Like society is very demoralized. There's nothing. If anything, they're getting taught the reverse of that. You got little kids in pre-K singing "Sexy Red" as their favorite song innocently. They don't know any better. There's nothing to counteract that right now unless people have their own relationship with God and they look for another stance. And that's, I'm not here to preach on nobody's platform, but that's just how I see it. So when you don't have people understanding that what they're doing is harmful, they fall into it. They fall into it, and that's what society is today. And if I'm lying, I'm flying.
And I hear all points, okay, and I agree with Corey saying. In essence, you have a very strong point of view as well, okay. I think they all factor into this, but
Mm-hmm.
because of my experiences, I have to tell you, I just don't believe in organized religion. That's
Mm-hmm.
my personal belief.
Right.
I believe in having a relationship with God, absolutely. You
Amen.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But because of my experience, it just made me look at religion organizations very skewed, and it's just more of a business more than anything,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that you just see only like the top tier really benefiting from it, while they have all these followers that are sacrificing and struggling day to day, and they're not really helping the people, and all they care about is for them to stay in line with the organization. And that's my only point when it comes to that. Like I said, I've done my homework, and it just run a lot of things. It just triggered me
Mm.
for a lot that I went through in my childhood as a young adult and stuff like that. And yeah, you could say my mom made that decision or whatever. But at the end of the day, she was only following a formula that she was taught. And
I
that's what
I
I
agree.
came to have understand.
Mhm.
I came to have understanding of that later because I was so angry in my
Mhm.
20s. You understand? Because I just didn't understand like why I was the way I was. You know, emotionally fragile I was
You
or
have
whatever.
no
And
idea, Nadi, how similar we are. And I can even get emotional because I know my own story. And for
mm-hmm,
me, I give all glory to God, period. That's who I serve. I don't care about nothing else. I have a relationship with God. So I accept 100% your stance and where you are. And
mm-hmm,
he will draw you into him and you will draw yourself into him as well. And as long as you have
mm-hmm.
a connection with God, that's all that matters. Yeah, there's formal ways of worship, but who is anyone to say like, oh, like, dismiss how you feel about this and do like, no, my path is my path, and God is so understanding that he sees your hurt and he understands, and best believe you are just as loved by him. It does not matter.
I, I know I'm God's. I
Okay,
know I'm God's
period.
child.
And I'm
He's
not gonna tell you
protecting me.
otherwise.
Yeah, he's protecting me through a lot. And that's
Mm-hmm.
where my faith lies in. I know how to get on my knees and submit and pray. You understand? But I also understand you cannot worship material things. You cannot idol worship. I know God is a jealous God. You understand? He
Mm-hmm.
wants all that attention for himself. And that's what you're seeing these young people do. They're
Yep.
worshiping idols. They're materialistic. They're putting their value into money. They're not thinking about how they're letting their bodies be used and harmed and defamed. Okay? What are they sacrificing? What are they sacrificing
Everything.
to get to the top? And you know what? I have two daughters that I raised. And one thing I say, I never wanted my kids in the industry. And child, let me tell you, my uncle's wife, who I do not have a relationship till this day, because of how she moved. And I believe like she was like a demonic spirit that God like just removed her from my life. She put my daughter's picture, signed her up for a modeling agency without
Mm-mm-mm.
my permission. And
Mm-mm-mm.
it took one of her school friends' mom found her picture and contacted me. You want to say livid? Because I was conscious a long time ago
Mhm.
about these levels and the parallels between the industry and religion and things like that. And I never wanted to expose my children to it. Never.
Yeah.
I seen all these childhood stars and how they fell apart once that hit show was over.
Yeah.
Once they're done with you, they throw you away like last week's trash. So it's important. That's why they say, like, be careful of the energies you put around you. I believe that. Like, I'm not hugging and touching on everybody. I'm not. Because you
Okay.
never know what kind of demonic spirit that person carries.
It's dark. It's dark.
Woo!
The
It's
music is
dark.
dark. That's why I don't. You know, I like like I said, we are very similar, and I felt the pain you felt. I felt the emptiness you felt. I've been
Mm-hmm.
angry with my mom. I've been all these things, but as an adult, with full control over my life's path, God Himself reached out to me and said, I'm still here. And I accepted that invitation, and I love that for me. And it's made me
Mm-hmm.
a very wholesome and understanding person. And I feel like a lot of people and that don't even have even the basics of what God has
Mm-hmm.
left for us in the Bible. Those are the
Mm-hmm.
people who are just running head first into the industry. That's what you even if you hear back to like people have been talking about the way Will Smith and Jada have been raising their kids. I think I was listening on your platform, and somebody was
Mm-hmm.
describing like how how their upbringing was, and I'm just like, that is some dark stuff.
Why? Because they felt people fell away from the basic religion. that, you know what I mean, that this country was founded on, and started creating other religions like Scientology. You remember those commercials back in the day with L. Ron Hubbard, the volcano
Mm,
exploding and stuff like that? And
no.
people, they've been speculating for years that Will and Jada are Scientologists. They deny it. They're not the face of
Ooh,
it, but they're
wow.
involved. Hence the
Mm,
reason they were okay with letting their kids raise themselves.
mm.
That's why Katie Holmes ran. Because they were about to take her daughter. They were about to take her daughter, and I believe she got with Jamie Foxx for protection.
It's sick. It is very sick, and I hope I did not offend your caller. I
No,
tried.
Corey,
I hope I did
she's
not
a,
offend. I am so sorry. I really, really hope I did
no.
not offend. I when I get like, usually I have really good self control, but when
I heard
I
it in your voice. You
feel,
got emotional.
sometimes I try to stop, and for me, I say like I just want to agree to disagree so that I can just, for me, stop myself from getting overly passionate in a respectful way. And I say, can we agree to disagree, right? And then obviously, as a mature adult, you, if not, you just concede and allow the person to talk. So I am so sorry if I did not successfully do that because
It's all good.
I
Essence,
try.
listen,
I try.
my platform is, I welcome all point of views. You understand? But
But
I
I don't
want
want to be
everyone to be,
offensive though. I don't want to offend
I
anyone.
get it. I get it. And I appreciate that. But um, like you said, sometimes we have to respectfully agree to disagree, but I want everyone to be heard. You understand? I
Mm-hmm.
want you to be heard out. I want Corey to be heard. I want my chat to be heard. You understand? All
Mm-hmm.
point of views are welcome, because look, I'm not saying my ideas and my things and my thoughts and my beliefs are streamlined and I'm just stuck on them. I have this platform. I want to be challenged. Change my perspective.
Mm.
I welcome it, but make sure you come with facts to me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I'm not saying for you, but come with facts. Come with your true experiences. Don't come with falsehoods.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's I'm a
But
detect you, but I love this conversation that we had, and I think we need to have more of them.
yeah, and I just think that for me, I just am really uncomfortable with a broad paint stroke across, one specific, a bunch of different people get painted with the same brush. That's something I cannot sit well with. But when I listen to people's story, I understand why they feel that way. And I just want to say that, I understand, but I don't fully agree. You know what I mean? And at
And
least
that's okay.
got
And
God
you know,
in,
essence, the old saying, two things could be true at the
Mhm.
same time.
At least we got God in our
That's
life because these people need it.
But guess what? We were able to have a mature adult conversation
Yeah.
without getting disrespectful. And it needs to be more like, these young people need to learn healthy conflict resolution. And I want to be the example of that. And I hope you can come along the way with me. I hope Corey can come with me. I hope Kim Delivers can. I want my whole Naughty crew to come with me and lead in these young people and being the example that we want them to display. Bring some dignity and self respect, not only back to our youth, back to our community, okay? This back to human race, period.
Yep. Yep. That's I mean, look, I often vaguely reference the Bible because it can get intense, but I mean it's written the way people gonna be. They're gonna be fierce, lacking natural affection, all those things are in the Bible. And that's what we see today. You really can't get, honestly, I don't want to. I mean, I try, but if you give me the wrong kind of energy, I'm just not gonna try again. And I just feel like,
Yeah, I'm the same way.
yeah,
Burn
I'm
me
just not
once, I'm
gonna
good.
try. So
I'm
I
good.
just I just think people, that's another thing. Like, I don't even think it's a flex to be like, oh, I dated this rapper, or I was a backup dancer for, like, girl, every part of the industry, from backup dancing to being a radio host to being
Hmm.
a rapper has been exposed to have had some dark like thing you had to do to be a part of it. Like with Lizzo's backup dancers. Who would have thought backup dancers would be victims of this kind of stuff?
Yep.
And then you got
Same. It's
Cassie,
the same pattern. It's the
girl.
same. It's the same pattern across all entities. Okay. And when these girls are bragging, like, oh, I was with this rapper and I was, and you know what the first thing that come to mind? Well, how many STDs did he give you?
Okay, thank you.
How
Same.
many times was your BV off? Remember Tiara Marie? As soon as she came on the Love and Hip Hop scene, the first thing they tried to drag her for is her BV. Remember that? Remember she was head over heels with Ray J,
Oh yeah.
and Ray J ain't want her no more. And
Mm.
her and Princess got into it, and Princess was like, "Oh, go get your the JJ check and this and
Mm.
that."
Just
And,
sad.
and your BV is off. This is what they have our women doing towards one another over these terrible ass men.
But did she lie though?
And guess what Tiara Marie said back to her? My shit is off because he fucking you and everybody else.
Ooh. You know, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is my favorite franchise. I got it.
Yeah, it was mine too. And no, New York was my original, but then when they dismantled New York, then
Mhm.
Hollywood was my favorite. But people have been dropping seeds all along. The pattern of these men behavior has been out in our faces all along. They've been playing in our faces and they've gotten so bold. But look how they put their foot on Tiara Marie.
Yup.
They
Yup.
it kept her career suppressed
Because Rihanna did what she had to do, you know, according to
and got out.
she did what she had to do. She did what she had to do. And when this is I really feel like this lawsuit with Cassie and just the allegations being public knowledge now, if that is truly a glimpse as to what goes on behind a developing artist, everybody right now on the pedestal is extremely messed up mentally. Ain't no, and that's why I'm gonna keep bringing her up. I'm gonna keep bringing her up. I'm sorry. That's why when Jaguar Wright told her story about being gang raped,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh my God. And I wanted to ask her, was that related to the industry? Why did that happen to you? Why?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know. I even though her word is as valuable as like a penny, you know, I want to know if it was industry related allegedly because if Cassie is coming out with a full on lawsuit and facing defamation charges if she is if it's not true,
I
then
think Cassie has proof.
man, man,
And
man,
look how
man.
many people look how many people are coming out and validating her.
Who?
Hold on, let me get my thing up here.
People came out.
Azalea Banks. Yeah, girl, you gotta watch my video from yesterday.
Azalea.
As we were on live, the stories was dropping. People like, yup, Cassie telling the truth. Cassie telling the truth.
Oh, you said validate. I thought you said invalidating. Okay, you're saying
No,
validating.
validate.
Oh, good for her. Okay, I'm about to say, come on now, Azealia Banks. Don't make me please don't make me have to get off your side because I love me some Azealia.
Kid Cudi came out. Azalea Banks came out.
Oh,
Aubrey O'Day came out.
wow.
Dawn from Danity came out.
Mm, mm.
It's going down.
P Diddy is good as done. If they depose those people, because the thing about like being deposed, they're gonna ask you what you know, how you know it, what happened to you, like correlating stories. They could literally pick anybody. They could depose anyone in that case. And
Hence the reason why he was given the publishing back. Attached to him giving the publishing back, all the artists had to sign NDAs stating that they will not speak bad against him, his son, or his mother.
why his son?
What are you hiding? And how come you giving the publishing back when it's not worth nothing?
You know that Diddy allegedly put all of his Bad Boy artists publishing under his son, the light skinned one.
Mhm.
What's his name? Oh my god. The light skinned one.
Justin.
Yes. He put all allegedly P. Diddy put all of the publishing under Justin's name.
Hmm.
And also um someone had came forward as well and said that Diddy allegedly had them terminate Justin's baby, and that they basically under duress told her like, you know,
Winter.
yeah, like you
That was
got.
Winter.
Mm-hmm.
It was in
So
her book. Former bad girl, Winter. She put
yeah,
it in her book.
everybody can't
She
deny it.
detailed the whole account. People have been speaking out for years in regards to Diddy. Yes, I saw if y'all want to see the 35-page
Yes, I
detailed
want to see it.
lawsuit for Cassie, I can't pull it up here. Hold on, let me see. It is, I know Mims broke it down last
Oh,
night.
he
Make it
did.
make
I'll check it
sense?
out.
Yeah, yeah. Check out Mims.
No, how was see? No offense to anyone, because and Mims actually he's okay. I just when I consume any kind of like information, even if it's like celebrity news, I need there to be a tone of empathy, and I also need there to be like educational air behind it. I don't just want
Mm-hmm.
entertainment value. I don't just want like, oh, this is juicy. I don't just want like they termed it trauma corn. I don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
I really want someone. I know Tisa Tells broke it down. I need somebody who's gonna get in there, tell me what is in there, have some empathy in their voice, and also what you did today as far as tie it back to the industry and how it's affecting women and men. Did he do that?
Mm-hmm.
Did
Mm-hmm.
he tie it back to how it's affecting women and men in the industry, and that people should probably stop glorifying joining the industry? Did he at all say that?
Who, Mims?
Yeah. Ah, she gone. If y'all saw it, let me know. Cause if it ain't educational, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Mm-mm. That's the time to protect your brain cells. Oh, I don't know what happened.
I'm back. I'm sorry, my phone died.
No, it's okay. My phone died too, girl. I had switched to my laptop right before it cut me off.
I know, I know. No, my phone died, so I gotta go get my charge out. But I just switched devices. But oh my god, Essence, like I love to. I see. This is the era I grew up in when hip hop and all that started to evolve and things
Mhm.
like that. And I always heard the stories through the radio and things like that or whatever. I also used to work with someone that used to work for Bad Boy
Mhm.
back in the day, and yeah.
Look, I just did a video called the Black Media Debate.
Hmm.
Is Black media problematic? And in that video I touched on BET, because I don't know if you ever heard of the show The Boondocks,
Of
but
course.
okay, good. The Boondocks been eating BET up since the dawn of time, right? And in that discussion, I'm like, It's the 50th year of hip hop, and at the 50th hip hop BET Awards, they opened up with the baby, and I started thinking like, why would they open up with the baby and Sexy Red for the 50th year of hip hop? And I feel like, okay, like I just the like the other caller said, you gotta reference these people's whose shoulders you're standing on. Sometimes she's absolutely right. Sometimes younger is not better, because I feel like it read loud and clear that like this is the new culture of hip hop, like it, okay? And I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna like it, because you got Sexy Red as the opening act of the 50th year hip hop awards, really, with the baby, and it is what
Seriously,
it
the
is.
baby showed up to Powerhouse when I went.
That's crazy.
He
That's
able to
really
get back
crazy.
in. I got an account of, hold on, let me charge my phone up. But the baby talking about how he got blackballed for his homophobic comments. Now
Did
all
he
of a
really?
sudden he humble. You
He
know what
is
I'm
not
saying?
blackballed. He was not blackballed. Child, please. If you blackball for at least a year. The baby, just like Tiffany Haddish, they just pop on up and ease their way back in like nothing happened. And I feel like, a lot of the older consumers of hip hop, they feel like the elders are not doing their job at informing, at like, speaking out on what hip hop is becoming. It's becoming very, very problematic, in my opinion.
I
That's
just
another
think I just
conversation.
think we finally seeing it full circle what it's all about and what they
Mhm.
make you do, how they humiliate you if you do not fall in line. And I think that's the case what's going on with Krishan.
Mm.
I think that's what's going on, but it's just it's a disgusting place to be.
It
It
really is.
the devil's
And
playground and the way they, especially women, this is just as bad as enslavement back in the day. It's the same thing.
absolutely.
It's the
Absolutely.
same thing, and it doesn't have any boundaries. And to be quite honest, we highlight the women, but the men are suffering too.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Unless you swing that way, I'm sure getting played with back there is not enjoyable.
And see, what people need to understand, especially young boys that get violated, once you get that urge back there, I think you develop a desire for it.
What you mean?
Like R. Kelly, I just
Mm,
feel like when you see men that are very hypersexual and they've been violated as children, especially by another male, especially with when there's penetration involved,
mm.
once that seed is open, so to speak, I feel like they develop a desire to have it happen, if that makes sense.
I
And
don't know.
and I
There needs to
think
be a
a
study.
lot of times it's aggressive when they do it because they really don't like that feeling, but they have the urge. You understand?
Slightly, slightly. Are you talking about them receiving or giving?
Yeah, being bottoms, being bottoms.
Oh.
You understand?
Well, I know and as a disclaimer, I'm not familiar with this case at all. I'm just speaking on an experience that I witnessed. The young man Levantre, and I'm not gonna say who he's accusing, he is very much so, in my opinion, heterosexual, and he was allegedly violated. And I don't know a lot of male victims who were violated, so I can't really say. And I don't know if there are any studies either about how being violated as a infant, you know, messes with your desires or whatever. But he seems he seems very okay, but I guess that's not the norm, if that's what you're saying.
Oh, I can't get to Twitter right now.
I don't have to. Rap. What he doing to her? When you say harassing, what you mean? But why is she in the blanket?
I don't know. I'm about to try to look it up on my
They
Twitter.
linking it. Oh, Diddy, baby, you better just go. Well, he can't really. You can't once you're served the lawsuit, you can't leave. So I don't think he's gonna be able to escape anywhere. I don't know what Diddy finna do, but I know these bloggers about to have a nice year of content if they go to trial.
If this how the end of the year ends, and I can only imagine what the new year gonna bring in.
It's time though. It's so many. Even if you are a willing participant, like the last caller said, from the inception, especially Hollywood, from the inception, from going from silent films to like the silver screen to talkies to like actual cinemas, the actresses have always been, like you said, enslaved. You got Judy Garland, you got all these like golden age Hollywood actresses who were starved, who had to get cosmetic surgery, who had to get teeth removed. They were getting their faces reconstructed. They couldn't eat. They were fat shamed. Like it was crazy, and that was the inception of cinema. So think back to that, to Hollywood. If that was the like premise of it, then imagine what it is now with even more people willingly coming in saying bend me over and give me these drugs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. This is
I'm so
crazy.
happy for Cassie. Good for her.
I
Good for
don't
her.
see it on Twitter. Let me see. I got some other stuff. Hold on. Let me see. But yeah, Azalea Banks spoke out. Everybody's coming out in droves.
Because they know P. Diddy is the last. He's the last. What other what other record label, black owned record? Well, I don't even know if he even owns Bad Boy anymore. But what other black CEO is there in hip hop besides Diddy? Well, a Rock Nation. Rock Nation is still a thing.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z. They just only two of them. Now they get rid of those two. Then what? Then who really running hip hop after that?
Then all the popcorn rappers gonna take over.
I mean, but who owns the music? Who owns the beats? Who owns the masters? You know what I'm saying? If you sign to even Rock Nation is signed is a like a subsidiary of something else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look, here's his Diddy at the this one I knew it was going down. When this happened, this when Carisha was um holding that sign, hey Poppy.
For a few years, you know what I'm saying? And I have to give a special thank you, shout out, thank you, all that love. I got to give a special thank you to the
It was
people that was
random.
really like there for me. Bishop T.D. Jakes,
Ooh.
TD Jakes is
my chief of staff, Christina Coram, KK, Lorianne Gibson, keeping me free. Yeah, and also Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love.
okay. That's
Brand.
it was to me, it was I took that as a threat. And they starting to bring up when Albie Shore was in the hospital. All right. When he started speaking about Kim Porter.
So what you gotta do?
He says, Grand Rising, beloveds. I don't know where to start or if you're truly ready to hear from me yet. You've witnessed only a small portion of my journey. My faith has been shaken, but never shook. And my humble spirit of discernment has taught me the definition of what sacrifice and silence truly means.
Mm.
Just now that we forgive you, but just know that we forgive you, but never to forget, including all who assisted along the way. Yes, he couldn't do this by himself. All praise due to Allah. Okay, he was brave enough to speak out on behalf of Kim Porter because they have been in communication. Kim Porter was scared. She felt like she was being followed. And because Albie Shore spoke up, he ended up in the hospital.
Yep.
And this person says, I heard what you didn't say.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
People have been speaking out for years. Look, shout out to the Jasmine brand. Diddy allegedly offered Case Cassie 8-figure payment not to file a lawsuit accusing him of the demonic abuse, R word, and X trafficking. So he offered her money.
She probably gonna win 8 figures anyway in the lawsuit.
And I'm gonna look, I know people don't like Jaguar, but I'm gonna give homage what homage do. Y'all know I ain't no hater over here. We not friends anyway.
Andre Harrell, Albie Shore, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim, she was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al, almost died. Isn't that interesting? You want to know what they all had in common, though? They were all writing tell-all books. And Albie Shore was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? It's too many coincidences. Fuck you, honeycomb. We gonna get you and your little dog, too. Run as fast as...
And that's what she's telling Carisha to run as fast as Cassie. Okay?
Yo, I feel like let me tell you, like I said before, people run into the industry head first. They run into it. They're gonna do what they gotta do, bust it wide open, split it up, and do it again. And I feel like some
Wendy has been trying to do it for years. He got her fired. Every time somebody says something that went against Diddy, something happened to them. This
not
is the
Jaguar.
pattern. But I wonder if Wendy willing to come out her coma now. Wendy, you
Maybe.
don't gotta pay for Kevin Baby no more, girl. Come back. We miss you.
No, for real. Put this. You put. Look, let me ask you this. I'm gonna circle back. How was Mim's breakdown of the court documents? Was it
He just read through the documents, all 35 pages, and he gave his commentary in between.
okay? Okay, I like Mims though. I'm familiar with him. I do like Mims' energy. He's very like um soft, like kind hearted.
No,
So
Mims is dope. Mims is dope. I love him. Congratulations to you, Mims, on your 75K. He's having a celebration later today. He did that, and I give respect when good content creators are out
hmm
there. I like to promote them. But guess what, Essence? Guess what Hollywood
what
Unlocked just dropped?
what?
Social media users flood Young Miami's comment section following Diddy news. Let's see what
She
they
know
got
what's
to say.
up.
KK says, I just knew y'all was under the girl pick cutting up. That's why I came here. Another person said, what is Diddy making you do? How do you feel about the lawsuit? People want to know. Carisha, you better not stick beside that man, girl. They going in. How many male escorts have you met so far, Carisha? Carisha, please.
They do anything for a bag. I don't want to hear it.
Look, this person added Young Miami. Don't you speak on it said, don't you speak at all on Diddy's civil case that Cassie filed. That's her experience. You have a brand to protect. You tell them interviewers no comment. You worried about you and only you. Yeah, because if she
Period.
starts speaking, she gonna be in danger.
She better not say Nathan, okay? Not a
Well,
word.
look, this person clapped back at her and said, that is sad. You are a woman. Hope you don't have a daughter.
Mm. That's not that, but that would Miami don't need to be saying anything because when in the middle of them dating, he gave a whole nother female a shout out for no reason and did not even acknowledge you in your poster. So mind the
I
business
love
that
this.
is.
I love this one. As in, shout out to D Love 23. Run, Carisha, run now and don't look back. Yes, honey.
No, for real. She needs to, but you know what? If we see what happened to Royce, they
Yeah.
will financially abuse you.
People are
He
like,
take
do you
everything.
she needs to turn off her comments. They like,
Ooh,
do he record you with other men too? Oh, people like, you gonna get Cassie on your show and interview her?
exactly.
People going in, y'all.
I'm looking up who owns Carisha, please, right now. Let me see
Diddy?
who.
She just the face of it, probably. So, Miss Carisha, I don't know you like that, but your life is more important than that bag. You're chasing with the devil. He might do something you'll regret. Run for your life and say, hold on. Let me
Mm.
do this. Shh. They're saying run for your life. Your man trended, babe. This person said, are you okay? Do we need to come get you? Let us know. Something. Blank twice. If you need help, Carisha, I will call the people right now. They going in on the comments.
As they should. I'm concerned for. I mean, I just feel like. Hmm. I feel so many different things that I don't want to. I don't want to. I feel so many different. I sympathize with all victims, even if they sign up to be one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if you signed up to be one, and even up until yesterday, if you was just living your best, doing what I gotta do, life to get my bag, life, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. So many people in the industry that we look in the face of
Industry.
every day, they are suffering.
Yes. Yes. Let's see what this one have to say. This is a video of a psychic prediction from 5 months ago. Let's see what she got to say based on this. I am being shown November of 2023. So her death date was November 15th of 2018. But I'm being shown November of 2023. I don't think we're done with this. I feel she's shaking her head yes. Before she stare at me, then she wait, and now she's shaking her head yes. She's talking to Kim Porter. I am being shown that things are being prepared. She is showing me a trumpet. People are standing straight up. And there are people going to speak, not just about what happened to her, about other things. Something is unraveling. For some reason. Let's hear it again one more time. This is so like crazy. I am being shown November of 2023. Look what month it is. Death date was November 15th of 2018. But I'm being shown November of 2023. I don't think we're done with this. I feel she's shaking her head yes. Before she stare at me, then she wait, and now she's shaking her head yes. I am being shown that things are being prepared. She is showing me a trumpet. People are standing straight up. And there are people going to speak, not just about what happened to her, about other things. Something is unraveling. Okay. So like crazy. That is in because this is 5 months ago. So sorry. This was 5 months ago. Shout out to Hollywood group chat. This was a psychic's prediction 5 months ago in regards to Kim Porter. I've been saying y'all got to look at my previous videos. I've been talking about this. This is a lot. This is a lot. We also got into Young Jock's account when Diddy made Cassie shave off her hair.
Mm, I know that. Mm.
This is a lot.
It's a very people still gonna sign up to be the next it girl. They still gonna sign up to be the next biggest thing. And I just feel like if you're willing to get stretched out for it, then even with all this news, like money, that's what I'm saying. Money is just not it. It's just like
But what
I
do you
don't.
do, Essence? What do you do when you have a man like Diddy who has power, money, and he just really feels like he can have what he want when he want it at a whim? That's how he got Cassie. Cassie was in a relationship. He set her up and groomed her and put her in
Mhm.
positions. Okay. And what the first thing he did was use her career as a catalyst, right?
Of
Once he
course you
got a
did.
hold of her career, he was able to leverage her. Because that's what these demonic people do. They find out what you really want and desire the most, and they play on you about it.
Okay. Fool me
They
once.
play on you. So yeah, you guys, like, I'm gonna keep my eye out for all the updates. And I think it's gonna be more to come. I really think it's gonna be more to come. And if you got kids that are desiring to be in the industry, you better hire them a security team. You better not ever leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they feed off of our children. They're the most easily manipulated. They're the most vulnerable. They feed off of people that come from foster homes and homeless and had a rough background. That's the people they propel into the industry. Why? Because then they can blackmail them. That's what you're witnessing with Krishan Rock, to be quite honest. Blueface is using the same formula on her. But she's this one that can't be controlled.
I
She's
don't know.
one that can't be controlled.
The thing is, the thing is, it's common knowledge today that the industry is demonic, right? It's in our faces. You got Doja Cat's last video. You got Little Nas X his video.
Mm-hmm.
Like the commercials. It's the demonism is everywhere. Okay, so that's the first thing I'm gonna say. So if you feel like you still want to be a part of something so blatantly demonic, that's that doesn't mean that you deserve to be a victim, obviously not. But
Mm-hmm.
it should be a red flag. And then when you go to auditions, and especially the Hollywood side of it, and things get a little creepy, that's um what's her name? Dandy Newton? I think so. Dandy Newton, I think it's her. Um she was in For Color Girls and she played the older sister.
Mm-hmm.
She told an experience about how allegedly a casting direct she went to do a audition, and the casting director placed a camera at like waist height, and he had her give a script. He gave her a script, and he had her touch herself and read the script as if she was making love to someone, and she did it, and they spread it around Hollywood allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have at least one of those experiences, why do you continue? Is my question. And it all goes back to the question of morality. Do not be greedy. Do not covet. Do not put these physical items above your well-being. And that's the reason why it was written that way, because then you get in these situations where now you got PTSD because everybody saw you touching yourself at a casting call after you became a movie star. It's weird. And then there's thousands of different little stories like that people know of, but they flock to the industry anyway. The first time somebody whip it out on you, that should tell you that this industry is sick and you need to get out of here. But they just keep on walking straight forward to it because
Exactly.
they want that bag. And most of
Exactly.
these celebrities is broke. Most of them don't even own anything. Most of them are broke. Let that be the real truth.
It's true. It's true. Oh, the documents are on TikTok for the lawsuit.
Dang. Yeah, I there's a few like female attorneys that I follow that are gonna do case like a
They
analysis
said.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'll probably go to them just because like I want to hear like I just want to hear more than
You
what
wanted
happened to
a
Cassie.
legal breakdown.
Yeah, like I
Legal.
want to hear just a little bit more of what happened to Cassie. I want to know like what her chances are. I want to know like what
I'm
you
sure
know.
the lead attorney might break it down.
I don't do the lead attorney.
Or whatever. I don't do. I'll listen to his legal jargon, but he gets on my nerves dropping the bomb, and it
I
like
don't
he
do
gets
him.
flooded with cash apps and stuff like that. I like the way Mims broke it down last
I'm
night.
gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out because I'm familiar with Mims. He's not overly like how some content creators can be overly like cartoonish. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. He's
Mhm.
not overly like cartoonish. Like he speaks with a very natural voice. He doesn't do too much. And for the most part he gets to the point, but I just feel like when it comes to like things that actually matter, I need a content creator that cares more about entertainment value. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out for the people.
Exactly.
Give me a little bit more than entertainment. I need stimulate your mind. That's what most people listen to.
Challenge me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I dig
Hmm.
into these topics. Like I'm not sitting around walking around oblivious and dumb. I don't want to be dumb. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And this is what we get in the way. We need to start having conversations again. Okay, everybody want to text and this and that and everything over the computer, but people need to start learning how to conversate again.
I agree. I
People start
agree.
learning how to conversate. Oh my God, Essence, this was such a good discussion. Make sure y'all go over to the Essence Aesthetics and subscribe. Hold on, let me take this down. Make sure
Oh,
y'all hit.
I have to email you because I definitely want to run an ad, girl. I just got to make it first.
Okay,
I
no
gotta
problem.
make. I'm gonna make me a little ad.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah. So
because I'm
yeah, no,
over
for
it.
sure. Like I love the conversations that we have over here. I love how we challenge each other. I love how everyone thinks for themselves. That's the purpose of this. Like I don't have any hidden agenda with my YouTube, and I just want to grow my brand, bring community together, support one another, promote people's businesses, and whatever your endeavors is. Let's promote the like we're stronger together. Hey,
Hmm.
Swirl Gang.
Hi, Swirl. Absolutely, and I just too feel like I'm slowly but surely like decluttering my YouTube, and I feel like a lot more people need to as well. Like I'm not saying get rid of everyone, but just ask yourself how is this benefiting your life? How is this benefiting your life? What information is it uplifting? Is it educational? Because the way society is going, we really cannot afford to be consuming any more like dumbfounding.
Toxicity.
Yeah, like it's just I can't like
It's all designed
I
to make us dumb. It's all designed to gaslight. That's why, like, they promote so much materialism. You know what I mean? So that we could buy in to the false hopes and dreams. Yes, low vibrational.
very much low vibrational, and I just feel like with this whole Cassie thing, I am keeping an eye out for content creators who are not, in my opinion, utilizing this lawsuit for the right reasons. It's not for tea. It's not for like entertainment value. It's for awareness, in my
Exactly.
opinion.
And if anybody really follows me, they know I've been following the Adult Survivor Act since they dropped it. I did a
Mm.
story on it. It's about a year ago. Okay. I know someone who was personally affected by it, and they actually contacted her.
Mm.
So, like, that's what prompted me to jump on the story and look at all these devils being exposed. L.A. Reid, Russell Simmons. And see, you know what? I think Russell Simmons going to attempt to come back in the country, and his downfall going to be Kamora Lee and his
Ooh.
girls.
Yes, auntie. It's a lot. The industry is cracking, and I'm definitely gonna take Royce's story, and I'm gonna take Cassie's story, and I'm gonna do something about like the dark side, because "Rich Baby Daddy" is trending right now, the song and just the phrase, and the glorification of
What's
basically, you know,
baby mama culture?
not even baby mama culture, because some of them not even pregnant. Some of them just be girlfriends of, you know what I mean? Like Carisha, she's not a baby mama of Diddy. Well, she is a big, but her baby daddy ain't nobody. He the one with the blood dookie stains when he stood up, okay, which is another story for another time.
I seen
But
it.
yeah, like the dark side of just rich girlfriend culture, like just that thing. I'm gonna just put rich baby daddy because that's the term, but I feel
Mhm.
like it encompasses all of the people, all of the women who get with these industry men and suffer in silence.
Exactly. But at what cost are you willing to sacrifice? Like that's why women really need to raise their standards beyond being materialistically provided for or having your emotions taken care of. I mean, do you put a price on that? Is I'd rather walk
Yeah,
around
they
in a
do.
$10 outfit and be happy
Mm,
than have a $10,000 dress or a $50,000 bag and he beating my behind and disrespecting me all over social media, all over everywhere.
yeah. And then you in a so and then even for Carisha, like let's say she's not a victim. She even having her name associated with Diddy is bad right now. That's just she can't. I really don't think that Carisha can be seen in public. I feel like TMZ gonna run down on her. Like I really feel like her just being in association with him is bad for her brand. But her brand is owned by P Diddy, so
But we'll see her actions going forward. But if you're not a victim, that means you are complicit in the be to me, in my experience, and this is of my opinion, i.e., Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
mm,
All right, if you're not a victim,
you know something and you
there's
allowing
some
it.
complicity there, and that's just of my opinion.
I gotta see what's going on because I just don't understand why Diddy would want to watch men. I had heard a small portion of it from Tisa Tells. I like Tisa Tells too. She's kind of like Mims, but a woman, but different. She covers all kinds of stuff. And
Tisa, I follow her.
huh?
I know Tisa tells. I
Oh, you
follow.
know Tisa Tells. So she was reading it too, but I'm a just a very energy orientated person. I need somebody who's calm. Why are you so enthusiastic when reporting something? I just don't get it. Even if you have to hold the audience, I've seen act. That's why I like LawTube. LawTube is a portion of YouTube that is occupied by actual lawyers or ex-lawyers who no longer practice. They have a different kind of way, like Wine and Chill. There's a lady named Wine and Chill. She's a non-practicing industry, I mean entertainment lawyer. And the way she breaks down celebrity cases, kind of like the lead attorney, is night and day.
Well, Lita Turning was like a family law lawyer.
That's what it don't matter. Law, I'm not gonna take away your prestige or whatever. But to read all law documents are formatted the same, so they can read them technically. And it's just when something sad is being reported, and that's why, like I said, I'm energy orientated. If something tragic is being read, I don't need that entertainment value. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And your and I think that's why when I was listening to Carlos King's, and I did go back over and just see the end when they hugged and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just listening to it, I'm just like, man, like why are you so? But he might just be a bubbly person. I don't
I
know.
just think that's just the essence.
Yeah, he's bubbly.
I think he was. Sometimes
Hmm.
people don't know how to process
Yeah,
that
I'm like that.
anxiety and stuff like that. And I know sometimes like I'll giggle in the most inopportune times, and it doesn't be on purpose, but it's just
Yes.
like a nervous glitch. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And people can read that because sometimes I'm just thinking to myself like, this is so unbelievable that I just have to laugh. You know what I mean? Like this is just beyond me. And you don't mean to be emotionally disconnected like that, but
Yeah,
I think that's was the case. I'm happy he gave her the platform to speak
me
her voice.
too.
I'm
Absolutely.
happy he created a safe space for her to open up. Hell, I even thought about reaching out to Royce because you guys were so compelled by the interview and things like that. And I really would like to give her a platform to highlight what her new endeavors are. You know, her being a
Yeah.
survivor. But I had to stop and think like she's still in this. And now he's dragging his another baby mama, fighting her for full custody. These men are
Well,
predator. The way they prey on women and their emotions, and it's all for the need of control. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. This is how they're validating their manhood through controlling women. And Royce made mention of this. You know, she's an ant fighting an elephant. And basically, he's drained a lot of her money from legal disputes.
yes, and that's a form of abuse.
That's a form of abuse. And that's what they do. They use their money and their power to control you.
And you know what? I want to end on this note because it kind of might be a little controversial. But that's why some people are really side eyeing Kiki Palmer because they feel like if this whole thing is not real, it's really downplaying the like how harmful domestic V really is. And if it's not, and that's why like I follow all kinds of people. I follow one person who is a DV counselor who actively deals with counseling people who need help because they are the one who is assaulting people, and two, the people he also helps like the victims who need to get away and stuff. I follow him,
Mhm.
and he was analyzing the mom, and he was saying, you know, as a professional in this field, I have to take this very serious as far as these allegations. And he's like, and nowhere in the call did her mom say that he put his hands on her. And I really thought about that because I'm like, you know, when you going off about your kid and what a man did, and you know, I'm not saying I agree, I'm just saying you would think she would say that, right? At least once, like, oh, you've been hitting my baby, because that's the allegation, isn't it, that he'd been putting his hands on her.
Mhm.
So you know, he was like, you know, she got time to be talking about Usher and all these. And you know what's so funny? He was like, she sound like Jaguar Wright. I thought that was so funny. He was like, you know, she's out here saying all these things about the industry and people or whatever, but she didn't mention that he put his hands on her. And I was like, you know what? It makes sense to me.
Exactly. It
So,
does make, and Kiki got the machine behind her though. You understand? Like I said, I think Steve Harvey was trying to warn her. I think Ice Cube was trying to warn her.
oh, what Steve Harvey has said?
He tried to
Oh, get
talk to
rid
her
of.
about the type of men that she was dating, but I got the message, but wrong messenger, because you're of this culture too, sir. Let's talk about how you did your first three wives and
And the
children.
kids, okay? And the kids.
But that's why I think Steve was trying to warn her in so many words.
But I
Look how
think
fast she back to work and watch this story get buried.
and that's why, as a DV counselor, he felt the need to really analyze, because had they not put the mom situation in there, it probably would have been a lot better for them. But listening to a mom and your mom, if your child came to you and said, "Mom, so and so is putting his hands on me," if you were in the moment speaking to that young man, would you at all mention that he put his hands on her?
Oh, it's not gonna be no talking essence if somebody put their
LOL.
hands on my daughter. There's not,
Was they
you're not
on the
gonna catch me
phone?
on recording, cursing you
Ah,
out. I'm just pulling up, and that's that. I mean,
period.
I mean that's just how I move, and real gangsters move in silence.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
and I'm
Right.
of the era before all this recording and stuff like that.
That
Okay,
you just
so
get caught up.
and I ain't got time to be sitting in nobody's jail. Okay, so.
It's strange. I think it's strange. I'm keeping my eye on that too, because Baby, when I found out she was hosting the Soul Train Awards, I said Kiki Palmer is hosting the Soul Train Awards.
Okay, right on the tail end of all this chaos.
She
That's because
has
she got the machine behind her.
Kiki Palmer has had a very publicized year. Okay, everything. She's been in the press more than 6
Notice she
times.
got a production company off the ground. How do we know that her child's father wasn't sent as a plant for Kiki to get her under control?
I don't know. It seemed like, in my opinion, like I said earlier, it seems like all male and female relationships that are in the public eye are being deconstructed in real time, because when that whole Usher thing happened and he came, when Kiki Palmer had her baby, it was a big deal. Then the Usher thing happened, so they were a heterosexual couple in the limelight, and then now this is happening, and all that, and then we could go back through it again, like Will and Jada and Jeezy and
Hey, Miss
Jenny,
Brenda, be safe.
so
I know I'm gonna move very carefully because this subject is not liked by a lot of people. But I wanna talk about it. Like I'm just tired of the problem. The reason why this behavior gets perpetuated and it continues to go on and on for years is because people do not simply speak up. Look what happened in the Tamar case when Mr. Davis came out and spoke up. He was immediately silenced. He came live, backtracking about a lot of things, apology tour. You understand?
mm-hmm.
Because God forbid if you speak up, they'll blackball you. They'll make your life hell. And Royce spoke to that on her interview.
Yeah.
This is why Diddy has been able to get away with this stuff for so long, paying people off, hush money. But at what point does public safety become priority above lining your pockets?
Not in the industry, it doesn't.
So the industry is filled with idolaters, idol
Mm.
worshippers, greedy people, all the deadly sins. That's why it's the devil's playground, all of it. From religion to politics to the music industry to Hollywood, they all are the devil's playground.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my God.
look, Nadi, we always gonna be two women who got God on our side, and that is all that matters. Nothing
That's
else
what I lead
matters.
with first. That's what my protection is,
Hmm.
first and foremost.
Nothing else matters.
I
I
think
don't
that's why
care.
I'm so fearless. Like, I'm just not scared. I
Yep.
spent so many years of my life being scared and unsure of myself.
Hmm.
Not no more.
And girl, like I said, I've been there, but it was a time in my life. You would have never even thought that I knew God from a youth to an adult. I was just over it. You would have thought I wasn't like atheist or nothing, but I had just suppressed like all of my. I love God from a young age. Like I love God so much, but I was just over it. But He was calling to me, like, I mean, like I couldn't deny it. And then one day it's like it all came back to me. And so as an adult, I on my own, I went down the journey of rekindling my relationship with him, and here I am, and I'm so happy because the world is just in a bad space.
That's
And
our protection.
yeah, and I'm happy that you have the same, and at the end of the day, if and when everything all crumbles, we still got God, okay? So people
Mhm.
don't mean nothing to me. You
Look,
know, they
look,
really don't.
I just always believed as long as I got my faith, I could survive
Yes.
anything.
And God and He understands. And that's the thing about it. He understands everybody's pain. He gets it. So
Exactly.
my sister feel the same way as you. She like, listen, I got my relationship with God, and that's it. I don't gotta do this, and I don't gotta do that, and it don't gotta be formal. And what works for me might not work for her, but As long as you can still have conversations with people and you love God, He gonna forgive
Mhm.
you, and He gonna forgive all of us. And I don't mean to be
Exactly.
preachy, but I just wanted to say that to you. I don't
Thank
want you to
you.
ever think that I don't understand where you're coming from, because
No, no,
I
thank
get it. I get it,
thank
girl.
you. Thank you. This world is demonic and evil, and I'm here to expose it all. But I'm gonna be following this. I'm gonna be following this
Good,
closely.
and I'll be here and listening.
That's right. Thank you, Essence, for always supporting me. And just for those of you who don't know, like my brother, he had my brother used to make beats. He was real popular. People
Mhm.
still come up to me like, "Yo, your brother still make beats or whatever." He got all the way to the point where he had meetings with Flavor Unit and Queen Latifah, and he walked away. He turned them down.
Good for him.
Because he was like, "I'm not willing."
It was a little weird.
What he used to say was, I'm not homosexual."
Oh shoot. Ah! No, it's so funny because the DV counselor that I follow, he used to be in the entourage, like he's an older gentleman, but he used to be in the entourage in the 90s. And one day, one of the guys, when you're an entourage, you behind like a bigger rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, the head honcho or something like that invited him to a hot tub or whatever. And he came in there with his swim trunks on. I think he said he had on like long johns, and it was like some kind of meeting with somebody. And they try to like allegedly, and in his opinion, they try to like fill you out and see like if you see one little suspicious thing, are you gonna turn left or right? Because he looking at him like, why the both of y'all in here and like basically half naked, and it's three men, like he like, I got all my full long swim trunks to my knees and all of that, and they and he ain't get invited back to the hot tub no more.
Okay, i.e. Gunplay, who's been recently in the news for DV of his wife and his daughter, his child.
Hmm.
Okay, let me take you a little bit back. It started out with Ebro and Rick Ross beefing over the car show. Somehow they brought Gunplay into it. Then you get Gunplay going off on DJ Envy, right? Publicly. Um,
Oh, Nadia, I gotta drop off really quick. I have a meeting. I'm so sorry.
okay, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Thank you so much for having me, though. I
No
appreciate your
worries.
platform.
I'll see you around in these YouTube streets. Then you have right after that, right after it's exposed that Gunplay, because he's Rick Ross artist, had a GoFundMe set up for his child and medical bills. That's where DJ Envy started poking fun at Rick Ross and his artists. Then you see Gunplay presenting Rick Ross with a chain in his bedroom, and Rick Ross is laying on the bed with no shirt on. Make it make sense, people. Okay, that this whole setup, like, first of all, how you got money for a chain and you got to GoFundMe for your daughter medical bills, and then right after that, all these DV allegations come out, and he gets locked up and loses custody of the child. His wife is on the run. Humiliation rituals. They have no use for Gunplay anymore. Bad things are going to continue to happen to him. Yes, Swirl Gang. They be trying to test the temperature. Oh my God, this was such a good show. I appreciate all my Naughty crew coming through and supporting me. Please make sure you're hitting that like button and please support the channel. Okay, you can support the channel for free by liking the video, sharing my content, leaving comments, engaging. Also, you can support monetarily via our Cash App, Super Chats, and Super Stickers. I mean, this video most more than likely is going to be demonetized by YouTube because they do not like this type of language. So please support this video. All right. I appreciate every last one of you joining me. Please make sure you follow me on all my different social media platforms. Follow me on IG, Threads, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. I'm on it. All right. And the last thing, we have to thank our haters.
And I wanna say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
We love y'all too. Y'all keep the wheels turning over here. Just make sure y'all hitting that like or dislike, whatever you choose if you disagree. But let's leave it in the comments. I really want to hear what not only my naughty crew have to say, the world. Like, I want to open up conversation, and this is a safe place. I appreciate you all joining me. Happy Friday to you all. I don't know. I'm still trying to debate if I'm even going anywhere tonight. Okay. I may decide to stay in because I got some things that I need to get done. All right. I hope you all, though, have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed weekend. Until next time, Nighty Crew, I'm out. One.